When you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, everybody? We are back once again. Thank you for tuning in and check these buttons. It is Wednesday, as promised. We are back. We got them hot clips and we got a hot topic. This one is a debate that's been going on for the last couple days. Very interesting topic, and we're about to jump into it all, ladies and gents. Not sure why I just said ladies and gents like that, but anyway, ladies and gents, let's go. And now into the buttons that need to be checked. This one pops off right here the other day on FGC Twitter. So there was a big discussion on what defines the actual pro. There's a lot of people in the FGC that think certain people are pros. Turns out they're not. And on that note, there's a lot of people faking the funk, wanting to be pros, but in reality, are they really? So this one pops off right here with Brian F. when he posted this saying, I think the pro player discussion in the FGC is super interesting because I used to think every player I saw on stream was a pro. Then I started to go to tournaments and get on stream and I realized everyone is a bum. Which I could see why people would think that, especially if you're like new to the scene or if you're a casual. You would think that, right? You're watching a tournament, especially something big. See, anybody top 32, top 16s, top 8, surely they must be sponsored if they have the dedication and the sources to get to the tournament, go to the tournament and place well. They're a pro. I mean, that's at least what you think. Mike and Ike right here, he agrees as well, saying, I thought this as well. Then I also had the assumption anyone with the sponsor tag was a pro player too. Then Big Bird weighs in as well, saying right here, only question mark is considered professional because they make enough money. Damn, didn't know y'all have access to every player's bank account. So then that's a good point because it brings up the question of money. Like, is a pro considered experience? Is there ranking? Do they have to be sponsored? Do they have to have a jersey? Or do they have to have a certain amount of money? He adds to this right here saying, regardless though, if you're legit contracted by a professional team, you're a professional player, simple as that. And then Brutus adds to it as well right here saying, in my opinion of what a pro player is probably a little more rigid than most. You aren't a pro player in my humble opinion until it's your primary or only source of income. I don't believe this is the case in Ricky's situation. Most sponsored players in the FGC aren't even pro in my opinion. Damn, so that's even a little deeper. So now you're saying most sponsored players are still ain't pro, because I know for a lot of us, including myself, thought that if you were sponsored, surely that should equal pro. But now we're like, now we're stretching our legs, we're unpacking this shit a little bit more. There's actually people out there like Brutus saying, no, it takes a little more than that. And then hold that train of thought, because no good citizen steps in the ring and drops some science on this bitch. He says, you're not a pro fighting game player until you shove an entire arcade stick in your ass. real talk, I can co-sign that. If you shoved one in your ass, I mean, shit, you're a pro. Then he adds to it right here saying, "I'll have you know that I made it halfway with the hoary VLX before I had to be taken to the ER." And then, of course, people have fun with this, but check this out. This is where the shit gets interesting. It's a whole different topic, but check it out. They're kind of continuing the thread right here where he's talking about putting an arcade stick in your ass. You know, people are laughing at it. Right here, they say, "Salty Sweet Chronicles, Daigo Anal Hara. This was the actual incident." So now everybody's like, we need the deets. So they actually follow it up and break it down saying, "This happened during one of Gutek's Salty Sweets at Evo on stream during the Ultra days, I think. There was a chair with the Mad Catz fight stick and Daigo wasn't paying attention and accidentally sat on the lever." They go on to say that arcade stick is worth at least $1,000 now. Real talk, like, does anybody know about? I've never heard about this shit. Is it on video? Can we get a clip? But damn, this is hilarious because I want to know how he's like, what was the reaction? Did people laugh? Did he laugh? Did he sit on it and stay on it? The No Good Citizen follows it up on a serious tip, making a good point. He says, "In all seriousness, I think the who is or who isn't a pro in the FGC discourse sucks. Have you ever bothered to look up the income of top level players in the FGC compared to other esports? We're all broke. Some of us are just broker than others. The FGC as a whole does not provide sustainable income for very many people. If you want to get sad, go see what League players or CSGO players make. We have a long way to go. By definition, a professional will look to their profession as their main source of income." Yeah. And that's real talk. All right, so let's really unpack this now and break it down. So on one hand, you have people saying that if you make enough money, you're a pro. You have some saying, well, if you have enough experience, you're a pro. Others saying money doesn't matter. This shit doesn't matter. If you are sponsored by a legitimate team, if this is your main source of income, this right here, you're a pro. But then you got people saying, well, wait a minute. There are some people that are sponsored. Real talk. There are some people that got their hotels paid for. They got certain tournaments paid for and all that, but they still have a job. So it might not be their main source because, like No Good Citizen says, there's not a great amount of money in the FGC. So there is a possibility to have a job, to be sponsored, and still be a pro player. Now, I'm going to bring this back to my experience right here. Now, check it out. So I believe, let me know how you feel. But coming from the stand-up comedy background, there was this rule when I first started where I don't know who made it up, but it was going around and everybody always said it, that as soon as you make at least $1,000 from stand-up comedy, you're considered a comedian. After people start paying you and stuff like that, when you've accumulated at least $1,000, you can call yourself a comic. I'm pretty sure people just fucking made that up because I never heard it anywhere else, but I did hear it in Dallas when I first started. But then I went to realize, when comedy became my main source of income, when it was legit, every other weekend, every month I had dates, boom, boom, flying here, booking shows there, you start at the opener, then your feature, then your headliner. This was it. I was a stand-up comic. Now, if I could just switch that to FGC, it's very similar in the way to where it's like, it's hard because you have to earn your way. There's so many other people that you're competing against to get an agent, to be your own promoter and stuff like that. But to get to the level in anything that you do to where people are paying you to do what you love that's a fucking grind. So if you get there, in my opinion, you are automatically a professional. Also in this day and age, let's be honest, man, in a lot of things, there's not a lot of money. So I feel like this. I feel that it doesn't have to be full-time. I feel like you can be a pro, you could be pro level, and you could still have a real ass job. You could have your real ass family because you have real ass responsibilities. So I don't think it has to be 100% just one way. But on the other end, let's talk about all the fakers, because we know, real talk, a lot of us, it's a rush. So people like to fake the funk, and I don't blame them. I'm not saying do it because I think that's whack as shit, but people love to fake the funk. They just want to wear that jersey because if I wear a jersey to a tournament, oh my God, that's gonna make me look so official and I can rub elbows with all the other people. It's bullshit. It's real. I remember when they were talking about sponsoring me. I think it was like 2 years ago when Button Check first started taking off right here in Dallas before the whole tank of esports. So it was a rush because I was flattered. They were talking about a clothing line and we're going to pay for this and pay for that. And it was with a lot of the homies and stuff like that. And it was weird because they were like, you know what? We want to do a different approach to esports. We're not going to do any jerseys. We're going to do like street gear, like hoodies and stuff like that. Now, for me, since I don't really have an esports background and I'm not a pro player or anything like that, I didn't care. I thought that was dope. But you should have seen the reaction. Not a lot of them, but some of the dudes in that meeting were like, they were fucking devastated because in their head, if they didn't have a jersey, they weren't a pro. They weren't esports. They were like, yo, how are we gonna do this and we don't have jerseys? Do we get jerseys later? And the people were like, no, we're not gonna do jerseys. And their mind was fucking blown because they were like, how am I gonna be legit? How is everybody gonna know I'm legit if I don't have a jersey? And that's just the weird ass mentality that we have. We think like certain things, whether it's that one check or that one piece of clothing or that badge or that title right before our gamer tag or something like that will make us legit. But in reality, people, let me tell you like this. In reality, you are legit as long as you are doing what you love and you're being honest and you're doing it to your fucking fullest, you know what I'm saying? And you eventually get there, baby steps, acting like a professional, building yourself as a professional, carrying yourself as a professional makes you a fucking professional. And real talk, it's only a matter of time before the money follows. All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, you might notice things look a little bit different right now. I'm dressed a little bit different. That's because I just did this part today, this morning. What the fuck? Looks like Geef was trying to command grab. But anyway, the reason why we're doing this special clip is because Capcom, or the Street Fighter official page, is making a special announcement for Street Fighter V, and that is today. They just posted this the other day, and a lot of people were guessing like, holy shit, a special announcement. What is it gonna be? Is it gonna be a new character? Are we gonna have new mechanics? Could it be, you know, second critical arts? Could it be something special, net code, something that we've been actually looking forward to? Others are not getting their hopes up, but you know how it is with something like this. It has a way, even if you play it down, it has a way of somehow always getting your damn hopes up. So without further ado, like at this official moment, I don't even know what the damn announcement is because I'm still a little early, but if I get it by the time it happens, I'm gonna put it right here. So here it is, enjoy. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's filmed a little weird because I had to do this in time to get it in today's episode. So definitely let me know how you feel about all this stuff, the pro talk, the update for Street Fighter V, if we could call it update, because at this time I don't know what it is. But anyway, definitely let me know how you guys feel. Thank you for all the love. We will see you Friday with a hot new butt check Friday afternoon, y'all. See you soon. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Hey man, oh my god, really trying to put that in your ass again, huh?
Yeah.
Really want to be a pro?
Yeah.